Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes.
Darren, welcome to 5 Minutes, man.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking some time out of a conference schedule today. I always start all of these interviews with the same question because there's usually a very interesting story. How the heck did you get into insurance?
Yeah, definitely. I think it really came down to looking at schools. So I actually studied risk management and insurance in college.
Okay.
So I think just it kind of came down to it, end of high school, going to college tours and kind of seeing, I always knew I wanted to go into the business field.
Yep.
So whether that be a finance or accounting kind of degree, but I think I ended up going to Butler University. So they did it's called Lacey Scholars Days. So we went in, we met with all the professors in all the different business fields, all the different business majors, and risk management stood out to me. Just the professor at the time really sold it very well. He had insurance experience. He was a risk manager at Smucker's, Zach Finn. So he just really sold the insurance idea very, very well as a career path.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad he was able to do that because I tell people all the time and they kind of give me this look. I find insurance incredibly sexy. And people give me this look really? You're such a nerd. But no, it really is. It's super fascinating. I love it. So what are you doing now?
So right now I'm at Feathery. So I'm really focused on the insurance vertical we have. So we have a wealth management, financial services vertical, and we also have the insurance vertical. So coming in, really just leveraging the insurance experience I have. Not so many years, but just as a reference to how much of the industry I was able to see in a short time, different lines of business, wholesale brokers, carriers, retailer brokers. So just kind of bringing that holistic kind of viewpoint of insurance into the software space and how we can innovate and develop products.
I want to leverage that experience in an interesting way here, Darren. So how long have you been in the industry?
So post-grad, probably 3-4 years.
Beautiful. So 3-4 years. I've been in the industry for over 20. And my question to you is, what are you seeing in the industry, kind of given your tenure, as hurdles, as obstacles for the industry taking the next step that maybe someone like me who's been in this business and just kind of learned the way it is doesn't see? What are you seeing as someone who's kind of going to come up and take the mantle?
Yeah, definitely. I think first off is really we hear about it almost every day is the talent pipeline.
Right.
Sure we have great great programs like risk management programs and Gamma Iota Sigma really leading in charge on college recruiting. But that's not enough. There needs to be more education from the career pipeline, but also from people that are working in other industries, coming over and then becoming insurance professional.
Got it.
Say I'm an engineer and I worked in property, and then I'm an engineer, I have an engineering background, I understand all the technical expertise, and then I hop over and become a property underwriter.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
That is cool. Can we do the same thing in technology? Because that would be interesting. I wonder, technology has solved all these problems in other industries, and I've been dealing with the same issues for 25 years.
Yeah, I think the first point is talking about it, or talking about the issues in industry, how we can improve them, both from a workflow perspective, and also just from someone's day-to-day job, in the insurance industry, whether it be a broker, an underwriter, what are they actually doing, and what is your job really like?
Now, so I think that's the work that Feathery is really doing from an underwriter perspective. So why not dive into that and talk a little bit about that value prop?
Yeah, definitely. So we have products for both brokers and carriers. So on the carrier side, it's really focused on submission intake.
Okay.
So as soon as, say, an underwriter submits an email submission to the time an underwriter is actually processing a quote, that's the whole workflow that we help with. So really from clearing a submission to eliminating the need to key and rekey information, say on a CRM like Salesforce or on like a carrier system like Guidewire. So
Yep.
just taking away that need to key and rekey information, streamlining processes, and also just like from my days in underwriting, it just took so long to like actually get to the point of determining like, am I going to quote this? Like it just took so long to like go through all the guidelines, go through your appetite, go through what the broker's saying, go through like the rationale of like, what broker is this? Is this someone I'm trying to write more business with? Is this a class of business we want to grow in? Is this pricing make sense?
Right.
And that's where Feathery really helps, is we move the starting point that much farther down. So say like an underwriter had to start at filling out, a 10-page underwriting authority document with all these copy and paste stuff and needs all these graphs. Like I was doing financial institutions, so we did like banks a lot. Those took hours. It just took so much time to open up every single financial statement, every single Word doc, every single quote. Like if there's like a excess opportunity, it just took so long to get all the data. It's really a funnel. It just took so long to get everything down.
Yeah.
And then you have to present it to managers. And then even at that point, you're like, I spent an hour doing this, but like the learning curve of say an entry-level underwriter to kind of a senior underwriter is so hard because it takes so much time to learn.
Yeah.
And cut down and become more efficient and effective. And how do you do that when the authority is constantly changing, the internal politics are constantly changing, the appetites are currently changing, the brokers are changing, the distribution's changing, and then, of course, the market will sometimes change as well.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.